What's up, everyone? Another day, another greenhouse tour.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It is so nice outside. We are just loving the weather. I hope it sticks around. Probably won't.
It is awesome. We did a lot of trimming, so we got some stuff to explain.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So right when you come in our greenhouse, you see these practically trees hanging in here. This weekend we were able to finally get our trees trimmed. We had a nice cool day where we were able to get our fruit trees trimmed, our apple trees and our pear tree. So just spur of the moment, I decided, wait, instead of just throwing those cuttings, can we plant them? So I've been learning, and I learned that no, we can't plant these gigantic sticks because they probably won't do well, but some of these other some of these other small ones, if I cut them down, I might be able to get them to grow. So I'm waiting for some rooting hormone to come in the mail so I can get these potted up and start planting them, and maybe we'll have some apple trees. This one's from our front yard, and we don't even know what type of apple it is, but the other ones are from an pear tree.
So the onions are doing fantastic. They are growing super fast. We're actually really surprised how fast they're growing. I'm gonna have to cut probably that half again. And I did put some fish oil, or not fish oil, some fish fertilizer on them. Just kind of give them a boost. And I think I have this much left in the bottle. I think I'm gonna squirt the rest of it on there and water it down really good today, because I feel like this whole thing could use some water.
So that little critter that was getting in here had got right in the Vitmachi, and it's been just coming up great. And now I'm not seeing that that critter, whatever it was, doesn't appear to have come back in this area. Unfortunately, it came back in other areas of our bed, and we just haven't been able to get rid of it. But I love how this is coming up, and I'm excited to try it. It should be delicious. So unfortunately, I really do think our peppers were a loss. I don't think they survived the winter. I think we just cut them down too far. I think it was possible to get them to survive in here. I just think we didn't do it right. So we've got kind of mold on them, and they don't look great. The bark that's on them, what you call it, bark? I don't know what you'd call that on a plant. Anyways, the bark type stuff that's on them is falling off, but we'll leave them here for a little bit longer just because we don't need the space right now. Much to Matt's dismay, the Paris Market carrots are doing great. So right here by our red Russian kale, we filled in all these holes. Something came right back. So some critters in there. We've got a trap right next to it, hoping we can just catch it, get rid of it, move on. Oh wait. I called that Vitmachi, didn't I? This is the Vitmachi. That's the Minotina. I don't know if I called that one the wrong thing. But this is coming up really well. I kind of like how pretty this plant is.
The red streak mustard is coming in pretty good. There's spots where it's not, and that's where that vole or whatever the heck's coming in here got in there and ate that. So nothing we can do about that. The other random carrots, they went through and ate, the survivors, they're still alive. And then we got the Green Mountain Celtis. That's coming in, but also spotty because of that critter. So it's got to go. The other thing, so do you guys remember this pot? It was hanging up in the corner over there. Well, it had some marigolds in it, and the seeds were dried up. So there was, I believe, 6 heads left in there. And I took them and I just crumbled all the seeds. Yes, I know that's way too many seeds for this. Then I moved around the dirt and watered it. Well, it's sprouting. We're going to have marigolds pretty soon. It's going to smell like a true greenhouse in here. And then, same thing with these peppers. We don't know. I don't think they survived, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll give it a little bit longer. And the radishes really bounced back. I am really surprised how well they bounced back, truly. But it's not going to be enough, and we need to plant more.
So we just had a wonderful weekend, and we were able to get in here and do some planting. I planted some American purple top rutabaga right here. We've actually never had rutabaga, but I'm told it's potato-like, so I think Matt and I will like it. We actually still have potatoes left from our garden, so it tells you how often we eat potatoes, and we like potatoes, but kids don't, so we don't eat them too much. We also planted some turnips, again, which we've never tried, so hopefully they come up and everybody likes them. The lettuce is looking about the same. I think the hot weather that we've been getting inside the greenhouse might actually be negatively affecting the lettuce. So hopefully the weather gets just right in here. We've actually been wanting to take these row covers right off so we don't need to worry about them, but we're still expecting some cold temperature. Evan has been out here asking me if he can eat this spinach, and I keep telling him no, and I feel so bad about it, but it's so little. It's getting bigger every day, but hopefully in the next week or so at least I can let him eat some leaves off of there.
So we planted 2 varieties of carrots. We planted your regular plain Jane carrots, which are called Scarlet Nantes. And then we did a variety pack over here. So we'll have colorful carrots. And this one is the Calliope, something like that, blend. So they're colorful carrots. It's all I gotta go by. It's all I need to know.
Hopefully the critter doesn't eat them like down there. That's what those are.
Yeah, hopefully that critter doesn't come in here. This section right here, I've been pretty good at watering every single day, putting a mist on it because it activates the seeds. And down there where the carrots are, because we want to make sure that it stays nice and moist, because I didn't cover them this time. And the other rule of thumb is what a lot of people say is if you cover it, then it'll hold the moisture in. So they're staying pretty moist, so let's keep that up.
So we planted onions last week, if you watched last week's greenhouse update, in seed trays. Just a whole bunch of onions so we can easily just pluck them out there and plant them in the garden. And they haven't come up yet, so they're actually in the house, so we don't have to keep bringing them out and in. But they should be sprouting real soon, hopefully very soon. And then we can bring them out here during the day and bring them in at night until the weather is cooperative.
Yeah. So now hopefully we can get a couple more batches planted either today or tomorrow of the next round of plants and keep going. It's going to be busy next couple of weeks just in planting alone for sure. So
it's a good time of year though.
Yeah, they're saying 70 for tomorrow. Whew.
Crazy.
But then it's supposed to cool down again. But I'll take the early spring this year. Normally I'm all about the snow, but
yeah,
last year was messed up. I'm ready for a nice spring. Are you ready for spring? Put it in the comments. Let us know.
We were trying to see if we could figure out where this giant hole goes to that said critter has been using. This water doesn't seem to be coming out anywhere. That's a lot of water. A little greenhouse lake.
So you remember last week when Sarah was pushing around that ice cube?
The ice is a-floating, but it's a-frozen.
We got a while yet. I'm like, ha! We got a while. Yeah, I'm eating my words. Foot in mouth. Because guess what? There ain't no ice in there. It's water. And it's warm.
So if you guess March, you're right.
Yep.
It's a dirty barrel.
Beginning of March. Whoever guessed in March, you got it right. There was only, I think, 2 of you. Beginning of March. Because it's not the end of March either. It actually probably was thawed right at the end of April. I can't believe it. This thing was solid. Solid. And it was bowed up and, oh, it's just crazy. I suppose when it's 80 in here, that'll do it. Trying to flood the other hole. We'll get them. One way or another.
So they usually say March is in like a lion, out like a lamb. I feel like this winter, this year it's not like that. It definitely came in like a lamb. So does that mean we get it out like a lion?
I don't know.
Ooh, I hope not.
Well, if you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe down below if you want to see more. Glad you got to see us again.
Bye.
Bye.